What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brendan and I'm BmanX45, and today we're coming at you with a deck profile video. This is going to be for the Digimon TCG. This is my Shine Greymon Yellow. So before we get into the deck profile, just a little bit of explanation. I'm planning on doing a lot more deck profiles. I have been hesitant to do them, being is that I'm still a few cards away from completing a bunch of my decks, and I'd rather profile completed decks rather than decks with a bunch of proxies and techs in there instead of what I actually really want to play. This is in my first deck profile. I have done many deck profiles previously when I was in the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. This is probably my first real deck profile for the Digimon TCG. It's a deck I'm really excited about and I really want to showcase because I really love Shine Greymon. One of my favorite characters. Season 5 is one of my favorite seasons of Digimon. So I'm really excited to play this deck and just hopefully it gets better in the future. That's one of the things that's really great about Digimon is I think some decks get better, not worse, as sets go on, and that's really cool to see the versatility of decks move forward in the game. So that's why I'm really excited to show this profile. Another thing is I did those first two deck profiles for my Seraphimon and my what was the other one? I think it was my blue deck. Basically just showing you what you could do with the starter decks once you get them, which is really good too, because when you're starting out you don't have a lot, so you can't just build all these fancy decks, so you got to use what you can. This is more of a completed deck, still missing a few cards, so we'll get right into it and I'll kind of explain what I would be playing rather than playing that. And hey, remember, if you enjoy these types of videos, to drop a comment down below. Tell me what you think. I just want to hear what you think, what other options you would use in a deck anyways. So without further ado, let's get into it here. We'll put that up there. So for the babies, we got our 5 babies. I'm a firm believer that you need 5. I know some people like 4. I believe you need 5 because if you get to the late game and you have 4 and your opponent has 5, they're going plus and you're going minus, and that's kind of my thought behind that. Also, I'm a very big believer in 3-to-2 ratios. I sometimes I like the idea of having your one of come up twice rather than, and that's just personal preference really. So we got our 3 Koromon and our 3 Upamon. Koromon, I like Upamon's draw capabilities, but Koromon, the 1000 reduction from attacking, can be so good. Especially getting over a bigger monster and stuff like that, as well as just wiping your opponent's board if you weren't able to clear one of their monsters but got them down really low. Really good, really great ability. Like I said, I like it at 3 because I do want to see that that draw power that you get from the Upamon, and they're both 3 or fewer security, so they both line up at the same time. So again, I thought, let's test 3 and 2 and see how I like it. I was running 3 Upamon before, but I think you have enough draw power in the deck that Koromon just ends up being more important. Okay, and so we'll get into, let's start with our level 3s. So we have 4 copies of the starter deck Patamon. Not a lot of explanation there. He gives you the memory gain off of deleting your opponent's Digimon after they've been 0 DP'd, which is the whole purpose of this deck. So not pretty standard right there. Then we have our 3 Pulsemon. I like this guy. There's so many other things you could play. I'm not playing really any 2-drops because this is the Nokia variant of the deck. I wanted to try that out. I thought it was a really cool variant. So I'm not playing any 2-drops. So you could definitely drop this for the Sukamon. I personally, these promo on play cards, they're really, really good, and it's an expensive card to get. I know he has the ability to, if you have 3 or more security cards, draw 1. If you have 3 or less, gain a memory. On 3, you get both abilities, which is really good. It's on play. 3 cost. I feel like if you get 2 to 3 of him off, I mean, he's done his job. So I feel like you want to see him, but you don't want to clog your hand with him. So I think 3 is a good number for me. I know professional players are probably like, ugh, you always run 4. But for me, I feel like 3 is a good number to start out with and see how it plays out. So I am playing the Nokia variant, but I'm not playing 3 Nokia. I'm only testing 2 right now. So I'm only playing 3 Agumon for the free summons. Again, I'm just trying not to clog up my hands with multiples. So I'm doing 3 Agumon, and then of course you have, you know, if you have 3 or more yellow Tamers in play, you get to draw 1 when attacking. Really good, inheritable. I'm playing 2 Patamon. I don't actually like this Patamon, the BT1 Patamon that lets you reveal 4 and add all yellow Tamers to your hand, because it's a shot in the dark, really. You do play a fair number of yellow Tamers, but the fact that you are playing Nokia, you do play less yellow Tamers than you might had you not play it. So in a deck where I was just running yellow Tamers, I probably wouldn't play this, but because I have to drop a yellow Tamer or 2 for the Nokia, I feel like he's more important at getting to your stuff. So I feel like he is a solid 2 of. And then we have 2 Salamon, late game on deletion, recovery +1. It's kind of expensive unless you take it from your breeding zone, but all around pretty good effect. And especially if you're trying to get those Pulsemons off, you say you had one in your breeding area, you bring it out the next turn, you attack into security, figuring you're probably going to die. There's a good chance, right? And then you get that recovery +1, and then you can play the Pulsemon, get both abilities. So good all around. So that is, I think, 14. No, my math's off. 6. Yeah, 14 level 3s. In this deck, I like to play at least 14, a little bit more than the standard. I think that's a good number. Moving on to our champions, we have, of course, again, because I'm only playing the 2 Nokia, I'm not looking to play a full lineup of the Geo Greymon. If you have 3 or more yellow Tamers in play, again, you get that memory reduction when attacking. Another 2K is really good. So I'm trying 3 of him. And because of that, if I was going to play more Nokia, I would just drop 1 Unimon, because I'm playing the 7 blockers, basically. So the Pedomon, because he's the one to evolve, and the Unimon at 3. Again, if I was going to change that up and play more Nokia, I would just drop a Unimon for another Greymon. Not a lot to be said about there. So this part, level 5s, level 6s, that's 10. 10 is a low number, I think, but in this deck, I think the thing that always gets sacrificed is your champions because of the amount of Tamers you're playing. I wanted to actually drop it down to 9, but because I was having trouble finding which cards I wanted to play. But I feel like you can't go less than 10. I feel you'll never have your level 4s, and it'll be bad. So then we'll move on to our level 5s. This is where I'm missing a few cards of the deck. So right now I'm playing 4 of the Yellow Shine Greymon on Digivolving. He nets you a free Tamer play, but their on-play effects don't activate. So it's better if you use if you can play him with your Tamers that don't have on-play effects, because you have this guy here, right, Red Rise Greymon, who acts as a yellow. And actually, what I would be doing is, if I had more copies of him, he's one of the cards that I need to source out more copies, is I would be playing 3 of him, because he has a Digiburst 2 that allows your you to play your Tamer for free, again, like before, your yellow Tamer or red Tamer, because he's a red card, but he's treated as yellow while he's on the field on your turn. You can play your yellow Tamers, but you do get their effects. So he's the one you want to play the 4-cost TK off of, because you get his on-play ability, you get to search the stack. I wouldn't play more than 3 of him, because you don't want him to come up in security. So I would be playing 3 of him if I had him. I have the 2 War Growlmon. He's got a really awesome Digiburst ability. You minus 4,000 for the turn, so you can kill something low like a level 4 or something like that. or get it down enough that you can just swing over it. And then he has a cool inheritable. He gets 1,000 DP if you have 3 or few security cards. So he's good in the stack as well. And then the one Angel Woman, I was thinking I wanted to play at least one. I was playing 2 before, and I don't like when she comes up early game because then she's dead. So I feel like 1 is a good number. You kind of want to see her later on, so you don't want to see too much of her. And honestly, I was finding 2 is too much. What I would be playing, so right now I'm only playing 8 level 5s. I would be playing 9 just because of the number of level 6s I'm playing. I don't like to play 8. I don't like to play less than 8 level 5s, and I don't like to play 8 level 5s if I'm running more than 4 level 6s, which I am, which we'll see in a moment. So what I would be doing here, I would be dropping 1 yellow Rise Greymon and playing 2 more red Rise Greymons for a total of 9, and dropping something else in the deck, and I'll show you later on what I would be dropping to play the other Rise Greymon. I've seen a lot of people playing like 4 and 3, and I think that's way too much. This guy's not as good. He's really great. I love his security attack +1 inheritable. I think that's if you have more than 3 yellow Tamers. I think it's still harder to get off just because the fact you need to have 3, whereas Rise Greymon Red, his inheritable is -2,000, and all you have to have is 1 Tamer in play. So his is more, I like this one better, but this one's more able to get off consistently. That being said, I see a lot of people playing like 4 and 3. I don't think that's way too much. I saw someone else who's playing 2 of the yellow and 3 red. Of course, we are playing Nokia in this build, so we want our Greymons there because she gets you a -1 to their cost for digital losing per turn, and that stacks depending on the Nokias. So I definitely think I need to run more, but I'm not willing to run 4. So what I would do is I would run 3 and 3. I think that's a good balanced number. It gets you 9 level 5s, which I think is enough for this deck. So anyways, yeah, that's what I would be playing. And I will be playing once I get the cards that I need. So that's it for the level 5s. 8 right now, but there would be more. And then, of course, you got your boss monster, right? So here I only have 3 right now. I got one of the Alti Arts, which is really cool. So basically, the slash Angemon there. The slash Angemons are fillers, basically. So I would be playing 4 Shine Greymon, boss of the deck, drop him when Digivolving, and then you get to -4,000 for as many Tamers, yellow Tamers as you can suspend. So you can clear boards with him. He's just an awesome board wiper. Great card. And then he gets 1,000 DP. Basically for each Tamer. Yeah, 1,000 DP for each Tamer I have in play. So you can get really big. 3 Tamers, you can get it, 4 Tamers, you can get him up to 1,500. So you can compete with a Omnimon. So that's really cool. Yeah, and so because I don't have it, Slash is just a good alternative. He's a when Digivolving opponent gets -8,000 DP, he's 1 less point. Of course, with the Nokia, Shine Greymon becomes a 3 to evolve, which is actually really good. So yeah, so I have 2 slash Angemon basically and 1 War Greymon. So I would be playing another War Greymon as my other, so 6 level 6s, so 2 War Greymons and 4 Shine Greymons, and he becomes a 2 to evolve because of Nokia as ability. And he helps you set up security plays because you can add the top card from your security deck when attacking. Add the top card from your security stack to your hand to unsuspend this Digimon and have one of your opponent's Digimon gain -6,000. So he's really cool because you can do so many cool combo plays with him. You can set up your Pulsemons live at 3 to get both abilities. You can attack, set up a 3 to play. And then -6,000 DP, and if you have certain other abilities underneath, like the when attacking abilities for -DP, like a Rise Greymon Red or the Koromon, you can add that to and potentially minus up to 8-9K. So really good. So you basically attack into security, set up your Pulsemon plays, and then just destroy one of your opponent's Digimon on the board. So really cool, really great, and I would play a second. I want to play a second one of him. So that would be my level 6 lineup, just the 6. Finally, here we have level 7. I only have the 1 Valder arm. I would be playing 2. Really great card. Hard to set up, but it's got the basically minus 14,000 DP. So basically, you can destroy up to 2 or up to 1 big Digimon from your opponent's board, or get it down really low. He is expensive. You have to kind of set that up with the 6 memory and stuff like that. So usually doesn't get to attack that turn, but it's a good play to kind of clear things, especially when your Shine Greymon's ability's gone off and he's just like a beefy beater up there. So I would be playing 2 of this. Fortunately, I don't have a second one, so that would be another card that I would be dropping for that. And we have our Tamers here, and Tamers is where I'm missing some stuff, which is what helps with the deck. So you have your 4 cost TK. On play, you get to add a card from your security stack, and if it's a yellow, you can trigger recovery 1, so he basically replaces itself. So you can search your security stack for your missing combo piece, which is really cool. Get a Pulsemon, get a Shine Greymon, anything. It's really great. It's really even better when you get to play him off the Rise Greymon, because then he's free. Otherwise, he's super expensive. A lot of the time, I play this card first turn just to set up my plays. And it works really good. And then he's also your memory tamer, so you get to set your memory to 3 every turn if you're less. So you have to run 4 of him. I only have the 1 Kari. You need 3 of her. She never bloody well comes up. Like I bought 3 boxes of BT1 and I pulled 1 of her. So she's really hard to pull. If you have 3 of your security cards, gain a memory. So basically late game, she sets up you to be able to play Shine Greymon, because at the start of your turn you just get 4 from this whole thing. And so her and the other TK, which I play 3 of, I'm only going to be playing 1 of the other TK, just because of the Nokia variant in the deck. I definitely need the space. And he doesn't come up as much. So what I would be playing is I would be playing the 2 extra Kari, because they stack, so you can potentially get 6 memory if you have all the Karis on board, and 1 TK every turn, which would be enough to play Valder Arm without ending your turn. So I would be taking these out, because the 2000 DP to your security is cool, but honestly 1 is enough to potentially destroy your opponent's Digimon if they're making like a attack again with a small Digimon, expecting it to go through, and then that doesn't happen. So the 1's good enough. If I wasn't playing the Nokia, I would be playing 2 TK, just but with the fact that I'm playing the 2 Nokia, I don't have the room really. And technically, if I really wanted to play the Nokia, I probably should be doing 3, but as I'm testing, I'm trying to just test the 2. So she on play is 3 cost, gives you a on play to play 1 Agumon or Gabon for your hand without its memory cost. And when digivolving a Digimon in your hand into Garurumon, Omnimon, or Greymon, you can exhaust this Tamer to reduce the cost by 1. So basically makes all your Greymons, like makes your Greymon 1 to digivolve, makes your Shine Greymons 2, your War Greymon 2, and it makes your 3 for your Shine Greymon. Sorry, I think I said that before. But the Rise Greymons makes it a 2 cost. So really great card. Testing it 2, might need to have 3 of it in there. And because I'm missing cards, the 1 Glorious Burst for just some removal, basically because I'm missing other cards. So this would either be a Rise Greymon or the 2nd Valder Arm. Anyways, but yeah, that's it for the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me what you like, and tell me what you think I could do to make it any better. I love this deck. I think it's really great and has really great potential, and I'm hoping to play it for a long time to come, regardless of what changes I need to make in the future. And well, that's all the time we have for this video. And if you enjoyed today's content, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss 1 minute of the fun. That's all for now, folks.